What's good, folks? Hey, welcome back to my channel, Smoking and Grilling with me, AB. Now check it out. You didn't already seen the thumbnail, you didn't read that title, and I guess you guys are thinking right now like, hey, this the same old. But I just got to show you guys just how easy it is to make buffalo wings, and what makes the buffalo wings that you make at your pad is going to be a little bit different than what you get everywhere else. It's really all in the seasoning, but they all start off with the base. Super simple. Now let's get it. Everything on this side right here is just for the buffalo sauce, right? Once you find that joint, go ahead and take it and make that cut, right? Instead of buying it, you get them like this. Listen, if you do the work, it's cheaper, folks. Now, let me do the rest of these, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you about the next step. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the bowl like this. Now, I want you guys to pay attention. I'm gonna give this 2 generous pinches. Nah, let's make it 3 of salt, right? And while I got the salt in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit here also. I like to have it, I like for it to be tasteful, you know? Then I'm gonna come back, you know, with my pepper. I'm gonna go in here, and since I got these gloves on, I'm just gonna, you know, tumble these. These already have been patted dry and all that. They get a little bit more on the tacky side as they sit up, you know, but again, they've already been cleaned, pulled off any excess feathers, and then cut them down, right? Got myself a big enough bowl. Look, I'm not gonna make this, you know, more difficult than it is. This right here is like, when I say simple, I mean simple. Look, take your wings and all your pieces, right? Now, we just mix this up. I'm just gonna go ahead and just put a little bit over here like this. It doesn't make a difference. I usually tell everybody we're gonna do a little bit in moderation, but that's fine. Now I'm gonna take these, and all we're gonna do is toss them. Get yourself some Pam. This is a step that I don't know why. As many years that I've been, you know, cooking, I always forget this. Best to get yourself some non-stick spray and just spray this over your grate, right? This is what you want. So you don't want none of your chicken to, you know, stick to it, right? So now, after everything has been coated, just want to go ahead and line it. You want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Okay, so you guys can see that I'm done here. So listen, I'm gonna put it in the oven. Look, we're gonna go 20 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, we're gonna take them, we're gonna flip them, then we're gonna go in for the remainder of like 15 more minutes. But right now, 20 minutes. Let's go. Super simple, right? I'm gonna start by melting my butter. Drop this in here right now. I got a medium flame underneath. You know what I mean? We don't wanna burn it. We just wanna go ahead and get it melted. Once I get it melted, then I'm gonna incorporate all of this. And then I'll explain to you guys to get the flavor profile that you like. Butter's melted, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add it, right? Then you want to get it all. The reason we measure is so we can have the correct amount, right? But if we're not gonna leave, if we're gonna leave a lot of residue, if you added that up, you'll find out you might be a tablespoon out, right? So we'll just leave it like that. Now I'm gonna add my W sauce. For me, I know that I like to have a little bit more W sauce, right? Then I start adding a little bit more of my regular ingredients, you know, the rest of my ingredients. And then the key is, as this is cooking, what we want to do is we want to taste it. And then we make our adjustments. I don't really say that enough, but you got to go ahead and taste and make adjustments as you go. That way you can ensure that when you put it out in front of some people, it'll be right. Look at that right there. And you guys can't hear it right now, but listen, my timer just went off and my chicken is ready, folks. So it's all about timing. Okay, so look, get yourself a big enough bowl. You guys saw me tossing them earlier, you know, with the dry ingredients, right? The dry, the powders, right? But now we're gonna go ahead and get something big. Listen to this. You hear that? What does that sound like? Is that ooh-wee? That's right, folks. They're a little bit on the crunchy side. These are gonna be real nice. Now, one thing I'm gonna cover, when you guys are doing these in the oven, you know what I mean? You can do them out on the grill and all of that, but if you're making the wings and trying to keep them a little bit on the truth, I try to keep the smoke flavor out. I mean, but it does work, so look. Cheers. Oh, when they cook just right, see how they fall apart? Hold on. I tell you, you guys gotta like just taste everything as you go and you make your adjustments. But that right there is super fire. And if you got something you want to add to it, you can do it that way also. Listen, they don't all have to taste the same. Whether we go into this place and that place, buffalo sauce everywhere just about the same. But for me, I do a little extra, and that's why mine turn out the way they do. Hey, with that being said, listen, I'm gonna take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and I want you guys to tell everybody out there, listen, it's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And if it seems like I'm all over, that's because I'm taking this here. It's got a nice smooth heat and I'm ready to eat, folks. Guess what? I'm out. Peace. Crab and shrimp spinach dip. Let's get it.
All right, guys, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get some water boiling. AB's helping me out with that. Always add a little bit of salt, about a teaspoon or so of salt to the water. All right. We're gonna boil our spinach, basically blanch the spinach for about 60 to 90 seconds. And then we're gonna pull it out of that boiling water and shock it in some ice cold water. That's gonna help maintain that nice bright green color for the spinach, make your spinach dip look nice and pretty.
You figure, look, the bottom one's been on there just for a minute. Look at the color right there. I'm liking that. So look, this is just to preserve the color the way we're gonna do it when we shock it, correct?
Right, yep.
All right. All right, so look, it's been about a minute and a half.
That's what you want to see right there. So nice bright green color.
Right.
We're gonna throw that right in the ice water. That's gonna help maintain that color. But if you don't feel like doing this step, you can cheat it a little bit and use some frozen spinach, put that in the microwave. The real key, guys, is what the next step is, which is gonna be to dry the spinach. You don't want watery spinach dip. This is about 10 ounces of spinach. You know, it cooks down, shrinkage is real with the spinach. If you have a cheesecloth at home, you can use that to dry the spinach as well. But you want to get it as dry as possible, whether you cook it in a skillet, whether you do the method we did with blanching it or putting it in the microwave. No matter what method you use, just make sure that you dry the spinach thoroughly so you don't have a watery spinach dip.
So I just hit it like this first. You know what I mean? You can see it, look. You can see it down at the bottom. We only gonna be able to get so much of it out of here, right? So I'm gonna probably take this out here. I'm gonna drain that. But the point is, like you said, we wanna get this as dry as possible. You know what I mean? That'll do it. But you can see, look, it's not even bleeding no more. If I hit it like this and I squeeze it, look, this right here is dry. And this is what you want. Okay, so look, I'm not gonna bore everybody. You guys know what thirds is. If you don't, look, I'm gonna just keep it real simple. We just wanna divide it into 3. But this is it right here. Look, so like I said, I'm not gonna bore you. Let me go ahead and get these cut down, and then we move over to the next. You know what I mean? So look, now I'm just gonna go ahead and season. Now, if you guys don't have this seasoning right here, you can use whatever seasoning you like. You can use Creole Kick, but this right here, I'm telling you, this right here is the only way I know how to make it.
And come to shrimp.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right, so the key here is to not overcook the shrimp too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this out with a slotted spoon. You can see there's plenty of fond at the bottom of the skillet. Tons of flavor that's going into this dip. Just scoop this out. Thank you, sir. So now we're going in with our diced onion.
So look, I got you back on the medium now.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm going in with some garlic.
You want to use that or you want something smaller?
It'll work.
Okay.
Now here I have about a teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon chicken base going in. That's just gonna amplify the flavor quite a bit, adds a lot of depth of flavor. If you haven't tried that yet, you can find that in the chicken broth aisle at your local grocery store. So now I'm going in with the flour. This is gonna make our roux. So we got the flour in there, we got some butter. Probably need a little bit more butter if you got some.
Oh yeah, we got it. We got plenty of that.
There we go. All right, so at this point, we've gone ahead and softened up the onions. We got all the brown bits off the bottom. I'm going in with a splash of chicken broth. That's gonna help release all the rest of the fond off the bottom. And then we'll go in with our half and half or heavy cream. You can use either one.
Hey, while you're doing that, man, I just want to say this part right here. What you see down on the bottom of there, listen, that's truly the flavor. That's the difference between going to a home, you know, like one of them restaurants is like in your neighborhood. When they cook like this is more so like how Granny made it. You know what I mean?
You'll notice that it started to thicken up a little bit.
It started to thicken up nice, right?
And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add in this room temperature cream cheese.
Okay, I'll get this
So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the heat and allow the residual heat to melt the cream cheese. We're gonna add a little bit of them red pepper flakes. I know you're not a big fan of spice, just a pinch of those. There we go. And then I'm gonna start coming in here with the mozzarella cheese.
All right.
And just let that residual heat melt the cheese. A lot of people will add the cheese when it's piping hot, and you run the risk of the sauce starting to separate, and you'll get the fat kind of pooling at the top. So I'm coming in here with some Parmesan cheese, mozzarella. Really, you can use whatever shredded cheese you got at the house, but mozzarella and Parmesan play really nicely with seafood. Whew. And we got some shrimp and crab at the party today, so that's what we're going with.
I take the spinach and just kind of like just open it up a little bit. You know, do you do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Or you can just stir the hell out of it till it opens up.
You know what? For me, it's no problem because I'm used to making a roux, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? But for those of you guys that are not used to just stirring like that, you know, just kind of like just go ahead and open it up.
All right, so we've killed the heat. We're stirring the spinach in. You want to see that it's evenly distributed, like you see here. Nice bright green. AB's going to add our parsley. We're going to put our final touches on the seasoning, a little fresh cracked black pepper.
Hey, look, tell me when.
That's good.
All right.
We got 8 ounces of lump crab.
All right. So we just go ahead and just put it in like this.
There we go.
Now I'll start
coming
with the shrimp.
And that's why it's important to cut the shrimp down into thirds, so it's going to fit on the chip nicely. If they were any bigger, it would have too much dip on your chip. And then we're gonna add a little bit more cheese, because why the hell not? Right on top.
My type of dish.
Brown, bubbly, and beautiful when it comes out the oven. A little parsley garnish. You can use crackers, tortilla chips, whatever floats your boat. All right, so we're gonna bring this out of the oven. I like to put it under the broiler for about 2 or 3 minutes just to brown it up. You wanna let it cool for about 10 minutes before you dig into it. And AB is masterfully garnishing this with a little fresh chopped parsley.
So listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell everybody out there. Listen, especially if you like this type of content, right? Listen, there's a channel out here to simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. I can't keep smiling, you know, keep from laughing, because I'm thinking about this right here, bro.
If it wasn't so hot, I'd have walked away with it already.
Hey, you know what? I usually pick up something and I say I'm out. Peace. Hey, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it like this. Hey, we out. Peace.